How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Off the Top with Eric Paris and Red. I am one of your hosts, Eric, and joining me tonight is.
Your boy P.
All
And
right.
it's your boy Red.
Yeah. Yeah, last time I said is because it was just P and I, but it's R. It's
R.
all three
Yeah.
of us.
Big gangers.
Yeah. So, we got a bunch of news, a lot of stuff picking up with like Fallout and Detroit. So we're just gonna, I don't know where we're gonna start with. Kind of winging this one. Let's start with Detroit. Detroit was selected as the host city for the 2024 NFL Draft, and we broke records, boys.
Yeah.
775,000 plus people. A lot of people were breaking in those barriers and shit.
Bro, I saw them videos. That shit was wild as hell.
But yeah, like Detroit definitely, put on its, best pair of clothes. It
Mm-hmm.
definitely left a good impression.
The
on a lot of
fine china,
visitors.
good
Yeah,
silverware.
Well known and stuff.
Yeah.
Bro.
The nice street signs.
You fit, bro. I went downtown. I was looking at shit like, bitch, I was here last week. When this get here?
Yeah.
Oh no, bro. It was so much different stuff down there. It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was cool. You know how much money the NFL bring to a state.
Facts.
Oh, yeah. Well, those fans gotta eat somewhere. They gotta sleep somewhere. They gotta, all that.
But it probably would have been more crowd control if they charged people to actually attend. But since it was free, I mean, ain't nobody but.
Is it always free though?
Well, some areas are like you do need a pass to get in, like the VIP areas. But
yeah, because one of my little shoe plugs, he paid the $200 to get in one of them nice chairs with the nice gift baskets, and you really was like front third row from everything.
Right.
And he was like, "See, y'all want to be broke." Cause he always talk that money shit, but he was like, "Y'all want to be broke." You know what I'm saying? Y'all can't even see nothing back there.
Right.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I heard there were instances of people that like had passes to get in, and while they were on the way there, they got the call saying, "Hey, there's no capacity. They're stopping people from getting in." So they couldn't go day one, but they went day 2 and day 3, but
okay.
yeah, it's a huge turnout. Like honestly, I
better get $50 back for that.
Well, no, I wasn't expecting this big of a turnout because like one, it's Detroit. Like everyone shits on Detroit. Who the fuck is flying to Detroit? NFL fans are like and two, it was the draft. To me, I never thought the draft as being a big, oh, I gotta go type thing. Usually that's the Super Bowl,
especially since half of them was virtual.
Yeah.
People was at home. Everybody wasn't on stage. So for us to, show out that damn big when half of them wasn't here, hey, I love it.
I feel if the Lions went ahead of the season that they did, I don't think as much people would have came to support.
Facts. Yeah. I was thinking that same shit too, though.
Yeah, plus like the weather too. Like it was only nice yesterday. Like the other days it was kind of cold. Like who wants to stand outside?
Yeah, Friday was cold as hell.
But they fucking did it. Like honestly, like it makes you happy. You're like, oh, okay, cool. Like it's Detroit's getting that bad image off of them. People are willing to go there and travel for an event like this. It was cool to see.
Yeah. Now they got to work on Chicago. That shit's still sad.
Chicago just got a straight for no reason. All right.
If we can keep this image consistent, then you can tell a lot more events to come down here for sure.
Oh yeah.
Also, the housing market about to go skyrocket if this shit keep going up.
Oh yeah.
So if you in the local area, y'all buy a house ASAP. Like fucking immediately.
Yeah.
Because this shit going up.
Yeah. Piggybacking off of what P said, the one that I'm looking forward to is musicians wanting to go to Detroit again, because I've noticed that in the past couple of years that like if there's a big tour, Detroit's usually getting skipped. It's usually Chicago or it's Philly, and like Detroit for the most part has kind of taken off that recommendation of, oh, should we go there or should we not. Now we're like, I'm hopefully the image will encourage artists to come to Detroit more often.
Yeah, the last person who was here was Nicki Minaj a couple weeks ago.
No, I thought we had a Drake one, didn't we?
Well, no.
Well, that was during the summer, but I'm talking like our most recent person that was here. I think was Nicki Minaj.
It was that. It was the one with her, and they had like Rick Ross, and they had like all them other people.
Yeah, somebody had do something at her on stage, and she threw it back at the wrong person.
That was here.
Yeah.
Damn. The fact I just touched me like I did it. You know what I'm saying? I'm representing my city right now. Damn, we fucking up, bro.
Yeah. But hopefully, that image goes away and gets gentrified. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, you went too far with that one. I don't want that bullshit to happen.
Yeah.
I
Not the
mean, it's kind of
gentrification.
the way this economy going. It's going to be inevitable pretty soon,
Yeah.
no matter how you look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been seeing the writing on the wall for a while. Like,
Yeah.
because Denver used to be that spot, or Colorado in general was that spot everyone was moving to. People were kind of tired of California, and then it was Denver, and now it's Texas. And now you're seeing those places get filled, the areas that they want to live there, like the Austin area. And then it's like, oh shit, it's way too fucking expensive. Where do we go now? And then, hey, you want to know what's a really good deal right now for your money? Michigan. It's got good weather. You
Mm-hmm.
don't got to worry about heat waves. You don't got to worry about hurricanes,
No
and
tornadoes,
you're going to get,
tsunamis.
yeah, you're going to get a lot of people coming here just for that reason.
Facts.
So Ohio might be the next best bet because of the car insurance.
You know what?
Oh yeah, that car.
I
Our
see
car
what,
insurance is crazy high.
I see what you're doing, Pete, and I like it. Go to Ohio. Ohio is a wonderful, like, palm trees,
Bro, they got Cedar Point.
Yeah. Like why would you not want to go to Ohio?
Yeah.
But dog, my buddy, he got full coverage insurance and it's less than $100. So
Yes, bro.
Oh God.
But yeah, a few more things about Detroit I do want to mention though. It was a lot going on. So first you had draft, right?
Yep.
Then you had a Tigers game. I think this was all on Sunday. No, Saturday. And then you had the motherfucking sneaker convention.
Yeah, SneakerCon.
Mm-hmm. Everything was down there.
Yeah.
I partaked in the sneaker con though.
Oh, how was it?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. My lovely lady, she bought the tickets for me.
Did you bring shoes or did you just go
No,
buy?
So this was actually my first time ever going to a sneaker con. You feel me? I miss it every time. I just forget about it. So she reminded me. She got me the tickets. I went. I brought a couple $100 to see what I can get.
So one pair.
85 to 90% of the tables, bro, all the same shoes.
Oh, really?
Every last thing was almost the same. You had that 15% that had, damn, y'all got some heat. Y'all got some rare shit over here. Everybody else, bro. I saw most of my shoes in there, and all they had was bulk. That's all it was.
Oh,
so I was like, damn, bro. And I was looking at the prices. Like, I get discounts and shit. So I'm looking like $400. How is this worth $400? I bought this bitch for $160.
Right.
And
so it's a lot of reselling there, basically.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's all it is. It's a buy sell trade place.
Yeah. You go in there. It's honestly like the people that do like the Pokemon trading card conventions.
Same thing.
It's that with shoes. People go there with a couple of pairs they don't want anymore, but they want to get rid of, and then they'll trade, make deals. Now, is it Complex that runs it? Was it Complex SneakerCon?
I don't know if it was Complex. I didn't see a Complex sign there. Okay. I saw really big eBay signs though.
Right.
Yeah. And then just
the eBay booth is cool as shit because they actually have authenticators there. So like if you have a pair that you're unsure of that like, hey, I don't know if I want to drop money on this, you can take it to that eBay booth and they'd be like, this is fake. Don't spend that money. They'll look out for you.
Now you did just spend $15-20 on it, but you didn't waste $500.
Right, yeah. I said, imagine a person like actually brought a whole busload of fake shit just to get off on people.
Yeah.
And this shit shut down.
It's possible though.
You said the mysterious Molotov just hit that boy.
Bro, I watched a motherfucker get robbed in that bitch. Some little kid came out running. Hey. And then it was like 3 or 4 people behind him like, what's wrong with you? Are you good? He ran off with my shoes, bro. And the group of people, they hawked him down. They tried to call the police. The police was too busy flirting. They was in somebody's car just, I'm looking like, he ain't paying no fucking attention. Dude walked straight past him. Yeah. I was like,
that's tough.
Y'all ain't catching them. I go back in there, bro. And I just saw a lot of good shit, but I saw a lot of used shoes. I didn't know there was going to be that many used shoes there.
Oh, yeah.
And when I say used, these are beaters. Yeah. You feel me? Fucked up. They didn't even try to clean them hoes. But it was a good experience, though. I ain't gonna lie.
How much the tickets run?
It was like $35. The part where I feel like I fucked up on, I had all my cameras, equipment, batteries, everything. I changed my clothes at the last minute and ran out because I was gonna be late. Didn't take nothing. And when I
Oh,
got there, I saw so many beautiful ass cameras, nice lenses. People was mic'd up. I wanted to do a little talk with them, and I was like, I ain't got shit.
yeah.
Fuck y'all. I'll be ready next year.
You're fucking normie.
Well, it's the same
It's like,
time every
Yeah.
year.
It's probably like 2 or 3 a year, for real. But they be random scatter over Okay, you get your big one like this one at the Huntington place, and then you get your smaller ones at like random other places and stuff like that.
Mm.
that's
But
cool.
yeah, Detroit be showing the fuck out sometimes.
Yeah, sneaker kind like you got to bring at least 1,000 on you. Like,
For sure,
yeah, like
guaranteed.
it's not something that you're just like, oh, well, let me just. It's like, no, if you plan on leaving with something, you're gonna drop a couple hundred. Like,
Yeah.
they don't have
I'd
shit
like to
less
go
than
to one of
100.
those cosplays one.
Oh, I'm doing that this year too. I ain't
Comic
gonna dress
Con.
up as anybody, but I'm gonna be there for sure. But back to what you was saying on that 1,000 shit, bro. You saw shoes 15 bands,
Mm.
30 bands.
Mm.
You saw a couple shoes 2-3 bands. You saw a couple that was probably the fucked up shoes was like 140. I'm like,
Yeah,
I'll beat
honestly,
your ass, bro.
no, that shit pisses me off because like you're seeing a lot of that. Like you said, it's not dirty or grimy. It's distressed.
Man,
It's vintage. Like, and there's a designer I follow. He's cool and all. Like, some of the shit he does is cool, but like the worst thing I ever saw him do. Do you remember when those Jordan Dior's came out?
yes.
He bought a pair and he sent them to another guy who's an artist who professionally distresses items. So like the box and everything, he meticulously goes in there with sandpaper to make it look worn. And they look
Mm-hmm.
like old ass pairs of shoes after he spent, $500 to this other artist to do this to his shoes, but now he's got these distressed Dior Jordans. And a lot of people do that shit thinking, "Oh, I don't got to clean my stuff, it'll be worth more." And it's like, "No.
Yeah,
No, it's not." Like, quit
it's fucking
quit.
terrible.
Yeah.
And I thought I was gonna see more of fashion statement pieces everywhere. You
Mm.
saw like 4 people that was really like, damn, he got that crazy style shit on. But everybody else was like, I saw motherfuckers walking around that bitch with Converse on, bro.
Yeah.
And the only shoes you saw was Jordans and Dunks. You really didn't see a lot of New Balances and Reeboks and anything besides those 2 brands, bro.
Yeah.
Like
It's
I
that
barely
yeah.
saw phone posits.
Yeah, that's why it's annoying. I
Yeah.
remember one year like seeing videos where like every stall had Panda Dunks, and they were like, no one likes Panda Dunks anymore because of conventions like that. Because everyone had a
Mm-hmm.
pair, it was like saturated.
Yeah. And surprisingly, I saw a lot of Moisanites
Oh,
booths.
hmm.
A lot of them. Come on, buy this, buy this. And I was like, this shit fake. Oh no, this is all Moissanite, bro. You go 10 feet that way, another one. You go like, around the corner, another one. I was like, yeah, I'm good. And people was fucking bedazzling shoes in there. I didn't know they was gonna do that in there though. I ain't gonna lie. Like, why would I send my what was she doing? Some biohack ones or something like that. She was just bedazzling them. And I was like, it looks so ugly though.
Yeah.
But nah.
I mean,
I'm
if
gonna
it's
go next.
yeah, if it's yours and that's the shit you're doing, go ahead. But
For
like,
sure. But
just
I
don't
had
do it to
I
me.
had a lot of nah, this is too much.
Right.
But overall, solid event though.
There you go. All right. We're gonna pick up on last couple episodes. We've been talking about Fallout.
Mm-hmm.
So Fallout 5, Microsoft saw the people flooding Fallout 4, Fallout 76 after the show released, and they are trying to fast track Fallout 5 to release before 2030. So
God damn.
still a long time. The
That's what you
normal
call fast track.
yeah, well, no, it is because the way Bethesda does their games is everybody works on the same thing. There's a lot of studios that will have multiple teams. So, like, okay, this main team that has 80% of our staff is going to work on the main release coming up, and then
Mhm.
this other team is going to work on stuff that get the foundation set so we can move everybody over to that team when the game's released, and a lot of
Mhm.
shuffling people. And
Okay.
yeah, Bethesda is one of those studios that everybody works on the same project, and so their release window has been a Fallout game, a Elder Scrolls game, and then we saw with Starfield, like they move from one to the other, and then it's like a 5-year development window. So
Mm.
them saying 2030, it is like we honestly expected this 2035, the next Fallout game, because we know they're right now working on the next Elder Scrolls game, the sequel to Skyrim. So, and that hasn't even had a trailer yet. So
Yeah.
that's not even close to coming out yet either. So for them, it says something that Microsoft is like, well, hold on, like we want this shit sooner. So like hopefully season 2, Fallout show, this game will hopefully come out around, hopefully season 2 or season 3, to coincide with that, get people excited.
That'll make a lot of sense because it's always a year every new season. So
Yeah,
season 3 will be just 2 more years from now. It'll be rolling in. It'll be rolling in.
Yeah. And then one of you guys mentioned in the chat that PlayStation wants to, obviously has been, but they want to be more of a force on television and movies coming out. Like, was it a TV show like Ghost of Tsushima, which I'd be really
Yes.
hyped to see. Until Dawn was in there, and so yeah,
I'd be scared as hell to watch that one. Ooh wee.
I was thinking about Until Dawn, and I was like, I don't think that one needs to be adapted because the game is pretty much like playing through a movie. Like it's a lot of quick time events type stuff. But
that's the one with the Wendigo, ain't it?
Yeah.
Ooh,
It's a good story. Like, don't get me wrong, it is a good story. But yeah, easy to mess up for a horror genre.
Yeah.
Though.
God of War.
Yeah. God of War is the big one. But yeah, so here's a list of, I'm just going to throw these names out there. This is just movies set for 2024 and beyond. Stop me. And then after this, we'll do the TV shows, but stop me or try to remember the ones that jump out at you. So we have Borderlands coming out August 9th, Sonic the Hedgehog 3, December 20th, Minecraft the movie, April 4th, 2025, Five Nights at Freddy's 2, The Legend of Zelda, Ghosts of Tsushima, Until Dawn, Gears of War, Mortal Kombat 2, Return to Silent Hill, Death Stranding, Street Fighter, Days Gone, Pokemon Detective Pikachu 2, Stray, Bioshock, Space Channel 5, Comic Zone, Mega Man, Just Cause, Duke Nukem, Gravity Rush, Dead by Daylight, It Takes Two, Sifu, Slime Rancher, Ark Survivor Evolved, Pac-Man, Streets of Rage, Sniper Elite, Toe Jam and Earl, Jak and Daxter, Call of Duty, Half-Life, Saints Row, Portal, Yakuza, Beyond Good and Evil, Firewatch, Metal Gear Solid, The Division, Just Dance, Dragon's Lair, and Splinter Cell, as far as
God
movies.
damn.
Yeah.
They coming with some shit.
Bro, that's our whole childhood.
It is.
Duke Nukem? Oh, wait.
I thought that was
that's not going to come out.
Yeah. There's a really good likelihood that a lot
X.
of these. Yeah, there's a really good likelihood that a lot of these are going to be stuck in development hell.
Yeah.
And some might not see the light of day. But of these ones that I listed, which one do you guys like hope gets like the Fallout 4 Last of Us treatment and is done well?
I'm curious about Zelda.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really curious about that one because who the hell gonna play Link? Because it's not like he had a lot of dialogue throughout his.
Tom Holland.
Well, no, it doesn't even have to be live action though. It could be a film 3D? That's animated. Yeah,
but who would be his voice actor though? Because
anybody, it's the imagination to it.
No, who do the screaming for him? Like when
shut the fuck up.
When he get hit. No, like the person when he get hit, whoever do that could be his actual actor.
Yeah. Well, no, that was the thing with Mario, right? It's like, oh, let's just get the guy that's been voicing Mario, and it's like, no, we got Chris Pratt, and everyone's like, why the fuck do you got Chris Pratt playing this guy?
Mm-hmm.
So if they do it justice, hopefully they stick with the current voice actor that does his, yells and grunts. Yeah. But yeah, honestly, I feel like if you adapt Zelda to screen, you're gonna have him saying like full lines.
For sure, you don't have to.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, like there's no way you're just gonna
have
a bunch of dialogue
subtitles.
Yeah. It basically is Final Fantasy VII. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On PlayStation, that was all subtitles. Now we hearing people talk to us.
Right.
But
what about you, James? Which one do you want to see get the right touch?
You said so many fucking ones so fast. But
Saints Row 2. I want to see that.
Fuck
Saints
no.
Row 2?
No.
Saints Row. They already did a Mortal Kombat 2.
Yeah, that's terrible. Did you say Dead Space?
I'm not sure if that was.
He said Bioshock.
Bioshock is one that I'm like that could either be really good or really bad. There's no middle.
That's why I don't want it. It's too much of a imaginary ass world.
I ain't mean to cut you off. Can you pull that list up that you was reading from so we can pick from that?
Oh yeah. Great suggestion, B. Why did I just read all that shit?
I low-key thought you was gonna do it, then you read it. I was like, oh.
Okay. I'll cut me reading all that shit out. But yeah, so we'll cut it where Five Nights at Freddy's, and there's more after that. But yeah.
Shifu, that's nothing but a karate movie. That's regular.
It's a side-scrolling fighting game.
Yeah. Yakuza is literally movies they already got out.
Days Gone, that one gonna be good. Especially how they gonna do all the hordes.
Well, honestly, if they do the hordes, it'll just be World War Z, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the same thing.
Street Fighter, they did that a billion times. That ain't nothing new.
Death Stranding, that one already complicated as a damn video game. It ain't make no fucking sense anyway.
Metal Gear Solid is what I want to see.
Metal Gear Solid?
Good espionage.
And Call of Duty, I don't know. I mean, game is a
Call of Duty is nothing but that. I'm just about to say that Call of Duty is literally the game.
What the fuck? Just Dance, but
about the fuck?
What about that one?
What the fuck is that movie that we watch now?
Just a dude tweaking for an hour and a half.
They could just cancel the Splinter Cell. That one gonna be good.
Yeah, that's gonna be. But they already got that type of shit on Prime. It got the
Tom Clancy Jack Reacher.
Tom Clancy, yeah.
Well, I mean, like,
solid.
Well, it's presumed canceled. The one that I've been trying to keep my eye on for a while, and it has been in development hell currently, is The Division. That one has it had for the longest time Jake Gyllenhaal attached to play the lead, and like they've had multiple writers go in and out. But The Division, the game, is a really good story, but it's one of those ones where it's like if they adapted it, I feel like they could do it well. It's easy enough to do.
Real easy.
But it's been a minute since the game came out. Do people even care about The Division anymore?
No.
You know? So that's one that I'm kind of iffy on.
And if we're going to be honest, The Division storyline has been used on countless motherfucking TV shows already. It's not a new idea. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even Apocalypse.
Yeah, even like Call of Duty. Like that's one it's like, okay, so you're just going to have like a it's basically going to be what's the Expendables kind of like
type shit.
The hero shooters, but they're in the military.
Explosions every fucking where.
Yeah.
Literally, it's going to be that shit that we were struggling on. The little side mission that we were doing. Whatever that shit was called.
Those long missions, yeah.
Yeah, that's basically going to be the premise.
Yeah.
Set pieces here and there, and then you just traveling to those set pieces.
And Just Cause it's gonna be like XXX, from what I could tell. That like the extra.
That's gonna be yeah. Get from a car. Now you're gonna take a fucking parachute, take you up there, fly through a tornado, rain bullets. Oh, that's gonna be too much for me. I ain't gonna lie.
And what the fuck, Johnny Slime Rancher? Like, what the fuck you gonna have some? That's gonna be a kid show for real. That's gonna have to be.
The Ark Survival Evolved, I think that one has Vin Diesel attached to it. Like, I'm pretty sure. And the Gears of War, I don't know if he is anymore, but Dave Bautista, Netflix is adapting that. Dave Bautista, for the longest time, was trying to get himself as the role of Marcus Phoenix if they adapted that. But I don't know.
He'd be the old Kratos, right?
Oh, no,
Gears of War.
Gears of War.
Oh, Gears of War. I think so.
Honestly, if it is God of War, I see no reason why you don't have the voice actor play Kratos.
He looks just like him.
He looks just like him. He's got a similar build. He's older, but I don't see any reason why you have anyone else but him.
Facts.
Play him, you know,
get a little young version to do the little cutscenes, but get him to be in a gym, good for a good 8-9 months. Get a little bit big and just play his part.
Yeah, I mean, even his son, I forget what the kid's name.
Atreus.
Yeah, Atreus. He looks just like him too. You know, like
he do.
And he's a little kid. The only problem would be timing, because like the longer they take to wait, he's gonna have that growth spurt, and you know he's not gonna.
That voice gonna deepen up.
over here, father. It's like, all right. And this is, I'm not going to read it off because we have technology. These are the TV shows that are set to come out 2024 and beyond. So we got Fallout, Arcane, and you guys can read.
I seen Devil May Cry, Skulls and Bones.
Devil May Cry came out with a.
They got
an
anime.
The anime.
Yeah,
the anime. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. The Witcher already out. Last of Us.
Assassin's Creed came out already.
You see what it is.
All right.
Last of Us. Ain't played a single one yet.
Life is Strange. That'd be a funny one. I want to see that.
Life is Strange?
Castlevania was really good.
Oh, no. I was thinking about the... what's the game that came out for Game Pass, but the gun be talking?
Oh, you're talking about you're talking about the one with
wasn't it like everybody high off psychedelics?
No, the actual gun is like an alien. It was like an alien invasion.
It's the studio that did Rick and Morty. It's Squanch Games. High on Life or something like that.
That's what I'm saying. I thought it was like a high game.
Yeah, no, but Life is Strange is like
it is High on Life.
Life is Strange is like a
That's really the one like the butterfly effect.
Yeah, it's a really emotional. Honestly, that would be a good one. But I'm looking at this bad boy right here.
I already knew you was gonna go to it, bro. I'm like, he just did it. Yeah, that'll be my little segue to y'all, since y'all like the show. Watch my my gameplay on that.
Yeah, if they honestly, did Alan Wake, they might as well do Control too.
Yeah, Control. I would. I don't see it on here, but I feel like if Alan Wake's successful, then they would. Okay, yeah, let's greenlight Control.
What was that? What was that? That one game where it's still on Game Pass, and it was a TV show, but the game kind of
Quantum Break
went with it. Quantum Break.
Yep. Same studio, Remedy.
Okay.
Yeah, it actually had. I think was it Lance Reddick or Giancarlo Esposito? Like really good actors at the time, but at the time they weren't hot, so like they kind of went under the radar. But yeah, if Alan Wake is adapted well, I feel like the game, I'll be honest, it's dated. It's even the remastered version, it's not great. So if they adapted the game or the TV show well enough, I feel like okay, just skip Alan Wake 1, go into 2, and then Control, hopefully.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mass Effect, that's pretty much Star Trek in my opinion. You know, space politics. Assassin's Creed, like P mentioned, they did that already with a
movies and shit. Yeah.
with was it Michael Fassbender? Disappointing.
Magneto.
If they did that well, it'd be good.
I know it's not on the list, but they should do Outlast as a game or TV show. That one, especially, didn't they make that game based on a study? Like they had people monitored and shit like that, and they had them on heart monitors, so they put jump scares in it, or is that a different game? I know it's a game that was made, but they had people hooked up, and they purposely made it to where if the person was like really, really scared, more scary shit would keep happening.
I don't know if it was that one. I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
I don't know nothing about that shit.
Yeah, like a person was hooked up to a heart monitor, and if a person breathed too hard or some shit like that.
Yeah, you had to keep your heart rate low. And if like you started like freaking out, then they would just get worse for you.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, I don't think that's it. Because I'm pretty sure that one, you were blind in it. You played a blind character. I'm pretty sure.
I can't remember. I just know
it was a while ago.
It was like a study. Ago. It could be two games I'm thinking about, but I do know that one we just talked about. But it was another one where a game was made and they said they did like a psychic study or some type of shit like that, where the game was created based on how a person would naturally feel being scared and shit. But
that might be Hellblade, because that one they work with like psychiatrists and like
I remember that one.
They had a lot of schizophrenia is in the game.
Yeah.
You know, like so like they but yeah, if they did Outlast, it's different.
It could
because
be a movie or a series.
Yeah, well, it's different though because Outlast is POV already. It's already first person. So if they redid the show, there's a lot of good characters in that. Like there's a lot of like bosses or enemies in those games where it's kind of like, okay, like well written, and like what's the dude that cuts people up to make a bride?
Oh yeah. I know
You know what I'm
that
talking
was
about?
Outlast 2, I think.
Yeah, like that's a good premise for a like a big bad villain, you know, of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, like there's a lot of good stuff there that they could adapt. But yeah, all of these, like, is there gonna be some that are stinkers? Absolutely. Like some of these games are not great, and some of these might not see the light of day. But some of
Mm-hmm.
them I'm really holding out hope for.
Let's just hope that the pandemic wave wore off and people actually care about the product that they put on screen and
Yeah,
stop trying to get easy money to recover from the losses.
yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, we talked a little bit about it last episode because P caught up with all of Fallout. He finished the series, and my thing was, I wish they released that weekly instead of all at once, because I feel like weekly it kind of gives the audience a time to talk
Tune
about it,
back in.
get on the forums and say, "Oh, what do you
Mm-hmm.
think is going to happen?" It just keeps the engagement up that much longer.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas you release it all at once, people are at different episodes, they haven't finished it yet, and it's like, okay, we got to wait a couple weeks until everybody's caught up, and then we can have a big kind of general discussion about it. But yeah,
Yeah.
I hope they get back to that. It kind of makes TV feel more important that way instead of just, all right, here you go. You know,
Yeah, because when you really think about it, like, okay, so look, right? If you do it weekly, 12 episodes is what? That's 12 weeks. That's
In 4 months.
4 months, right? Boom. It don't feel like the next season going to take that fucking long again to come back
yeah,
around.
yeah,
When you do it all in one weekend or one day, because I watch, some of them be having 8 episodes, so I can watch that in 2 days or one day. So boom, I spent one weekend watching all this on a random ass Saturday afternoon in March, and I'm not gonna get it again until March again. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
it feels way too far when it's done like that.
yeah,
Mm-hmm. To play devil's advocate, you got those other side of the people who want it all then and there because they don't have time.
right.
But
They can make time one weekend out, 1 hour out the day, randomly weekends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see it both ways.
You. That's because you're a both way type of guy.
All right. We're gonna keep on the show news a little bit.
Let's talk
Shogun.
about it.
Let's talk about Shogun real quick.
I'm
Shogun
gonna
had,
let y'all take over this. I
yeah,
still
yeah,
ain't watch it.
yeah. Shogun had the series finale. P.
I did not know it was a fucking series finale. I'm
Hold on.
watching this shit like, oh, okay, that's how it ended. And I'm like, all right, well, it come on back on next summer.
Okay.
This motherfucker
So-
told me.
So I'm saying series finale because that's how the book ends, right? And
There's no part two secondary book.
well, the book is 2 volumes. The first volume is literally the first half of the show. The second volume is the second half of the show.
Oh, it's
but
over
how,
then.
but how the book ends, that's how it ends. And there's been some interviews like with Vanity Fair and a couple like Entertainment Weekly, and they're like, "Oh, a possibility for season 2," and the creators are kind of hush hush about it. I'm
Make that shit up on the fly.
I'm pretty certain it's a series finale, but what
Yeah.
and I kind of knew this was coming the way the finale played out. I saw it coming. Yeah, we'll put a spoiler warning here just in case something slips. But I purposely didn't say anything to UP about like, oh, like don't have your hopes too high. What do you what do you got to say?
I mean, now that it is over, I'm trying to replay the damn shit in my head because I literally was watching it, but I had to take care of PJ, so I was kind of like off and on with it. But I mean, I know. Well, are you gonna watch it before we start talking?
Yes, I am going to watch it. But the one thing I do want to say before y'all go too far into it, I do want to say the main character guy of the Shogun, I just know for a fact he said they wanted everything to be so authentic that I don't think they're going to make a season 2 just because it's going to be made up.
Yeah, just based on that.
Yeah.
All right. Hold on. While we hash out this finale, do you want me to boot you and then we'll bring you back in?
You can do that?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
All right. Goodbye for now, James. He gone. All right.
Bro, I'm fucking pissed because now I'm really thinking about it. And this dude talking about how he want to see the future, or he got this memory of what he feel the future is going to be, and then I'm understanding when they did that like flashback or flash forward type shit, talking about how uh what's the dude the name with the eye? He was on the other side.
Ishido.
Yeah. How the
Ishido.
fuck? So when he was talking about his the Air's forces is not gonna be with him and shit. I'm
Mm.
thinking that's like a flash forward, like, oh, we about to see some shit next
Mm.
season. Like, oh, it's about to be a whole fucking war. I didn't know that shit was actually happening.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
when he cut dude head off, he was like, "Well, I'm gonna tell the dead man the future," and that was it. I'm like, "Oh shit, okay." So he really did kill him. He was like, "Fuck it, cutthroat."
well, no. So, okay. So how that show ends, that is him predicting what the future is going to be, and it is 99% what he is predicting going to happen actually happens, right? So it's not like
Mm,
the battle happened yet. The way the book ends is literally right then and there, and then the last, like, I'll say like 5 pages, um Toranaga is pretty much talking to himself, like kind of saying like, yeah, like, sorry Anjin, like you're never gonna leave Japan, like
yeah.
you're gonna be here forever. And in the book, they do kind of show that him and Blackthorn and Toranaga, they're
Mm,
real bros. Like there's a couple more moments in the book where like it's more of a friendship they have, whereas
mm,
in the show it's pretty much like, I'm above you, you got to do what I say type thing. Um, so yeah, he kind of drops his bombshell on the Anjin that, Mariko, kind of sacrificed herself so you could live, including your ship, right?
mm,
And again, in the book, another a way that Toranaga kind of manipulates, like, because the book again portrays Toranaga as a much more master manipulator, and like he is playing 3D chess with everybody. Whereas in the
mm,
show, it kind of seems like he got lucky sometimes,
yeah.
so like he gives Blackthorn a note from Mariko that she wrote before she died, and it's her explaining like why his boat was destroyed and why she sacrificed herself, so he could live, and it
Mm,
makes Blackthorn emotional. And there's also written in there, you should try building another ship. I know you can. I know you have it in you. Toranaga tells her to write that part. So
mm,
he thinks it's coming from his dead love, and it's
mm.
Toranaga saying, "Oh yeah, right in there that he should make more ships."
And then he gonna destroy it again.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man,
Um,
he trying to have that man commit keto his damn self.
yeah,
Hakudo, Irish, fuck you said.
yeah. But pretty much the way the show ends is pretty much exactly the same as the book. The only one they really kind of deviate from is Kiku, who is the prostitute in the show.
Right.
She's a bigger figure. She actually becomes Blackthorn's um, consort. Basically, takes Fuji's place.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and Fujiko, she's changed a lot too. They give her a better ending in the show, if I'm being honest, because that's
Yeah,
probably
did
my
she say she
favorite.
wanted to be a nun or something?
Yeah, that's probably my favorite moment from the show, is when her and Blackthorn go out to the sea and
Yeah.
then they dump her family's ashes. Doesn't happen in the books. In
Mm,
the books, Fujiko, and she says it in the beginning of the series, she wants to die. She wants to die and be with her son and husband.
mm,
And at the end of the book, she is pretty much saying, "Oh, okay, like I did my 6 months that I promised, Toranaga. I'm gonna go commit seppuku. Like I'm gonna be with," and she's happy about it. She's like, "Cool, I get to kill myself." And Blackthorn's like, "No, don't go." And then she leaves. That's kind of it. Like we know that she went on to kill herself. So they give her a
mm.
better ending of she's still alive. She's got to have a better resolution with her family. She's no longer too hung up on it anymore.
Right, yeah.
Uh, but yeah, that's the big difference from like a character standpoint. Ishido. Now, the cool thing about the big battle that you were talking about is the reason why Ochiba kind of switches sides and gets back with Toranaga is Toranaga and her actually have way more history in the book than they do in the show.
Mm,
So Toranaga, now it's explained that the Taiko, who Toranaga used to be under and Ochiba had a son with, um, Toranaga does not think that it's her kid, or his kid, I should say. Like
Mm.
Toranaga thinks that she got pregnant with someone else's baby and is passing it off as the Taiko. And there's a chapter in the book where Ochiba admits that there was one time where she kind of, if it was like kind of a stupor, like she kind of got, the moment went to her head and she sleeps with a peasant. And she believes that it was like the gods telling her to do this.
Mm.
And then shortly after that, she finds out she's pregnant and she insists that it's the Taikos. So it could be the Taikos, but it also is very likely it could be this peasant's, kid
And
too.
if it's not, she kind of effed.
Yeah. So, anyways,
Yeah.
the reason why she switches up is because she is afraid of the Taiko's heir dying. Because everyone's adamant that, oh, if Toranaga goes against the Emperor's or the Taiko's banners, by normal decree, uh Toranaga would have no choice but to kill himself. Like that's how they would expect it to go. They wouldn't even be a battle. It would be Toranaga sees the heir's banners and is like, okay, well, I don't want to kill my nephew, I'm gonna kill myself. That's how everyone expects it to go. Whereas Ochiba and Toranaga are the only ones that know that if this happens, they're going to fight, and Toranaga is going to kill his nephew.
Mm.
And Ochiba is so afraid of Toranaga's strategical prowess because he's in the books, and I think they mentioned it in the show. He's never lost a battle as a general.
Mm-hmm.
So like of all the regents, he's the only one that's never lost, right?
Right. Yeah. It got history on the side.
And so Ochiba is afraid that that would be the end of her and her son's lifestyle the way that it is. So in
Right.
the book, it's explained that when Toranaga comes into power, that he takes the heir as kind of like, he adopts the heir as one of his sons as well, but he has no intention of giving him rule of the kingdom when he passes. He's going to pass it on to his sons.
Mm-hmm.
Ochiba will come on and be one of his consorts, but for the most part, they're just going to be there in name only. They're not actually going to get any titles or anything. So
Mm-hmm.
they live, but they get to be consorts in the palaces and everything. And I wish they showed what happened to Ishido, because at that big battle at the end, Ishido gets captured. And
Mm.
there was a big thing with prophecies in the books. Like there was a prophecy that Toranaga was going to die in battle, right? And that doesn't happen. And there's another prophecy that Ishido would die a very, like, he was going to have like a lot of money and power at the end of his life. He was going to die old, and he was going to die with his feet planted in the ground, so pretty much old age.
Mm-hmm.
So Toranaga, after they capture Ishido, he buries him up to his neck in a fishing village, and then he leaves a bamboo saw by his head and tells everyone, hey, if you're passing by, just take a couple saw strokes at Ishido's head. And they go into detail that 3 days it takes Ishido to die.
Damn.
so after 3 days of people just hacking at his head with this saw, he eventually gets beheaded and dies. And that's what happens to Ishido, and then Toranaga's on top,
Wow.
So yeah,
So you said fuck all
I
that peaceful shit. You about to
yeah
die by 1,000 paper cuts.
yeah. So
Literally.
because of that, I don't see a season 2 happening. I feel like it was a good ending. Like to me, I knew it was coming, but to me, the book is
No, they got to
even
end it how you just said it. We got to
well.
see that. Or at
Well,
least
no,
have a 30-minute clip of what the real shit was about to be.
right. Well, no, even the book even does that, where it's kind of like the book was it caused a lot of friction of the readers too. There were some that loved it, some that was like, oh, like we've been building up this battle for thousands of pages,
Mm.
and then the last 10 pages we don't see this battle, we just kind of see the resolution in 10 pages. Like that's kind of
Yeah.
wild. Like it is kind of like leading you on that this big thing's going to happen and it doesn't happen. But I mean, I feel like for the show that we got, I feel like it was a good conclusion. It showed that Toranaga really was the 3D chess master that we kind of
Mm.
expected.
He
And
an
I do,
asshole for sure then, because
yeah,
what
yeah,
the
yeah.
hell?
In the show, yeah, definitely.
I'm thinking he was gonna let old dude like live, but he chopped his head off after having like that heart to heart talk and shit.
Yabu, yeah, yeah.
I was like, oh, he really? I thought he was gonna be like, hey, JK, you can go
Yeah.
ahead and run off. It was like, oh yeah, about that.
Well, no, I think it was because the actor. I forgive me for not knowing his name. The actor that plays Yabushige is phenomenal. He is
Yeah,
so good because literally the first scene we see of this dude is he's boiling someone alive. He seems like a fucking masochistic psycho.
yeah,
But the actor plays him in such a way that you like him. Like as the show
yeah,
goes on, you're
yeah,
like, I
yeah.
like
He a
Yabu.
good villain for
Yeah,
sure.
even though he's like turning his like he's pretty much playing it so he's on everybody's side,
Yeah, he a
so he
double
doesn't
agent. He
lose.
only look out
Yeah,
for himself for sure.
but like even though he's doing that, you want him to succeed. Like you don't
I
want
did
him to
not think he was
die.
gonna die. I was like,
Yeah,
oh yeah, they bros. He said my nephew can take over, and
yeah,
he said, yeah, fuck all that noise,
yeah. But
and got his ass booted off the thing like he originally fell in the beginning.
yeah, that's pretty much the same. His ending is pretty much the same in the book.
Damn.
Uh, Omi is the one that actually kills him. Uh, he now there's another thing in the book that they don't really go into detail with the shows at all, but there's a big deal with the swords. Yabushige actually owns a pair of swords that like historically fucked up Toranaga's family, and Toranaga like gave him the sword as like a gift
Mm,
in the fishing village when he was leaving, and so he gives those swords to Blackthorn. He gives those swords before he dies, and Omi pretty much becomes a good guy at the end. He, you know, in the show it's kind of the same, but it's more proven that he's going to do everything for Toranaga now. It's not like
mm.
Toranaga's got to sleep with one eye open with Omi. Like he's pretty. Omi's a
And
good
which one was
for
on me again?
Toranaga. His nephew that had the
Oh, yeah,
shaved.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
You're right. Yeah, okay.
yeah. So yeah, like it's a good resolution. I feel like they adapted the books pretty well. There's a couple things I wish they'd added. Other things that I'm just like the Fujiko thing, like I'm gonna talk about again. That
Mm-hmm.
final scene, like they fleshed Fujiko out so well that she is great. You know, like she it was a really good character moment. Uh, but yeah,
Damn.
I'm gonna let James in now. All right, try not to look sad, P.
Fellas,
Tough. Oh my god, that's tough.
Yeah. So we were pretty much just talking about the differences between the book and the show. But yeah, if you have time, James, go ahead and watch it. Don't listen to this episode that comes out because there's going to be a lot of spoilers.
okay. Is that bad? That many spoilers, huh?
Well, he had questions.
Damn, his head is down.
He
The
had
fuck did you
questions.
tell him?
It's good.
It's good.
It ain't
good.
Game of Thrones bad. I mean, it's not bad at all. Let me preface that. It's not bad at all. But to me, it was on the esque of Game of Thrones ending, based on what he said. Based on what he said.
Yeah.
It's like how you just going
It's
give us a half a season.
It's a good it's a good ending. It's a good ending. Honestly, I do like that it kind of cuts against the grain. You know, it's not like, oh, we kind of have to have this massive thing happen.
Yeah.
It's like, no, we can just kind of sail into the sunset. We had a good season.
So motherfuckers die from old age. It's okay.
They should have just said in
Phenomenal.
at the top of the show, series finale, and then I would have had a different mindset.
Yeah, that's the thing, because I think, like I said, a lot of articles are coming out recently where it's like, oh, what did they say about season 2? And it's just like, well, it was always presented as a miniseries. Miniseries usually only go one season.
True.
Yeah, put that shit in capital letters, mini.
You know what he sound like? He sound like one of them people that get mad over some of them really, really good animes that's only 12 episomes.
Man,
yeah. And you be
heartbroken
for it. Like, hold on, where is that? I know it's a 2 coming out. It's never a 2.
Search it. I'm the one that search for the fucking mangas. Fuck the anime. Give me that shit to read.
I'm gonna finish this
honestly, like Solo Leveling. Yeah, that shit had me on a fucking string, boy. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's good.
Honestly, with Shogun, it's kind of the same way. Like with how good it was, you're like, I want more.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, I want. You need to give me more.
Oh, shit. Give me some more of that.
He said, "You gotta get that fix."
Man, that shit was fucking dope. Fallout and Shogun, 10 out of 10.
Damn, 10 out of 10. I gotta watch my Shogun then.
Yeah,
that shit. Like I said, once you get past episode 3. You in that world. It's immersive. And then since you haven't watched it, you got what? 7 episodes to binge. So you'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
And I was listening to the last episode that I missed. Y'all was talking about how they really did record a 45-minute ceremony with the tea. I was like, God, and I know they chopped it up probably to 6 minutes tops. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they did a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
It can't be said enough how much everybody put the extra effort in to make it. Like, there's a couple interviews that what the hell is his name? Hiroyuki Sanada, the director and star, or producer and star, where he was like, they originally the show was in development hell. Like, it was supposed to be shooting during COVID, and then COVID happened.
Damn.
And then they pretty much put the pilot came out, and they're like, they weren't happy with how good it was, so FX was like, do it again, do it over. So they scrapped the pilot, they redid everything, they put much more time into it. It was supposed to film in Japan, but they were like, you're gonna have to wait 14 months. So then they're like, screw it, we're gonna shoot it in Canada. And then they fly every expert you can imagine to Canada. The person in charge of the gestures of the period of the Sengoku period. So yeah, like, you have all these people, like the people in the back that have no lines were going through gestures. How do we walk? How do we fight as samurai? Like, God, like, fucking, like, everybody put extra work in for the show.
And that's very sad that shit is gonna go unnoticed by the casual fans.
Yeah,
like,
unless you know that
as
you're
the
just like,
person who
okay,
actually read it and you know how detailed it's supposed to be, versus our casual eyes of just someone who's like, oh, it's a new show that came out. We heard it's good. Let's watch it. Like I was saying, I started to notice the detail when I'm looking at the background, not the forefront of the actual actors. I'm looking at the back and people moving. They literally take that right step before they go into a building. It's always the right foot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly,
women,
like,
oh dog, yeah,
like the little stuff, like the names. Like, there's a character named Buntoro in the book, and then the writers of the show were like, well, that doesn't make sense because it's a nickname that would be used today. So they're like, all right, let's his name is Todo Hirokatsu now. Buntoro is his nickname. So they changed that in the show. There's a character in the show, Yabushige. In the book, his name is Yabu, and they're like, that's not a name that would have had back then. Yabushige is what they changed it to. So, like, even they made little changes to the book that is more accurate to the period too.
That makes
so
sense.
Like they again, I can't gush about it enough. Like, I hope they get those Emmys, man.
They probably will. They'll get something for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right, moving on. Last bit of news we have. So the TikTok ban has been approved. So TikTok has 12 months to find an American person or company to sell to, and no longer be owned by ByteDance. And then ByteDance, the Chinese parent company of TikTok, said that's not happening. So, what do you guys have reaction to this?
Now wait, are they saying sell the American version or sell the whole company?
Sell TikTok as a whole. Now, ByteDance owns TikTok, so they basically are saying ByteDance has to sell TikTok, not the American version, just TikTok as a whole, to an American company or
it's
person.
Because they can't censor it. That's the main reason why they just want control. Because that shit gonna turn to Instagram where you're gonna have all them fucking thousands of fucking ads and shit.
Yeah,
and it's gonna be fucking what's that fake news bullshit? Like on Instagram they have like a blurred shit on the top and it say, oh, this might not be accurate type bullshit, but it can be the whole truth. But it's just a lot of control that Americans want. Well, not the Americans, government.
Yeah. Again, this is another one of those instances, like James said earlier. I can see both sides of this. Like, I can totally understand all right, this is bullshit. This is against the freedom of speech. Like, no other app in the world has ever been told to, all right, I mean, it's hypocritical because the US does this shit anyway. Like, you can't tell me Google and Facebook and Amazon aren't taking people's data.
For sure.
Like, but that's okay because it's an American company. Hypocritical. But at the same time, I can also see it as it is a cesspool of misinformation. We saw it happen with Facebook during the election of 2016. Like, a lot of people were swayed by misinformed Facebook posts, so I can see that happening with TikTok as well. So
But YouTube do it too.
Yeah.
You can post an ad. It can be a whole scam.
Yeah.
You know, sign up with this. Like, my mom's almost fell for that shit. I told her, mama, just read the comments. 90% of the comments was like, it's fake. It's a scam. It's a scam. She's about to give all her information up.
Shit, if that's the case, ban Temu, because there's actual motherfuckers who lost their fucking like livelihood because they got scammed. Ban that fucking shit first.
What's a Temu scam? I've never heard of that.
They said they were selling information on a black web type shit.
Yeah, like if you put your credit card information in there, they can take your credit. Well, my mom, she literally just texted me 2 weeks ago. It said that something got they was trying to take the rest of her money out of her bank account, and the bank called her and said, "Hey, somebody from a different state was trying to take money out." But she told me, I told her and the rest of my family, "Hey, do not put your fucking credit. If you're gonna buy something from Temu, use a gift card or use a credit card, because a credit card you're not liable." And I ain't gonna call her dumbass, but she was dumb as fuck because she pissed me off. Like, I literally told her not to do it, and she still did. Oh, well, your auntie and them did it, your cousin and them did it. Ain't nothing happened to them. I said it only takes one.
Yeah.
And it literally happened to her. She ain't had that much money to begin with in her bank account, and that's why the bank was like, "Oh, we know you only use this bank account for your phone bill. Somebody tried to take it. Now we gotta give you a new card." And then she go call me, "Oh yeah, what you told me was true." I was like, "Oh really now? Damn, I don't know what to tell you."
You know he wanted to use some more harsher words.
Yeah. No, I'm that guy for my grandparents. Like my grandma will send me links from shit that's not Amazon or like a legit site. Do you think this is good? And you click the ad, and it's one of those like, you have 6 seconds before this sale goes away.
And that's what Temu do.
I'm just like, that's a red flag if I've ever seen one.
Bro,
that shit just give you flashing colors and shit. And every time you touch the goddamn screen, you got about 30 fucking pop-ups on your cell phone.
Yeah. I was just thinking about this too, because when I was a kid at like 17, bro, they called me with the look, you won the cruise to Jamaica or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The whole cruise is free, but you gotta pay the sales tax. So I was like, all right, how much is the sales tax? That was like about $450. I'm like, I ain't got that much, bro. It was like, but when you hang up, you do lose the cruise thing. And I'm sitting there like, damn, I gotta hurry up and get all this money from everybody else I can to get us all on a 4-people trip to Jamaica type shit. Then I thought about it. I was like, bro, we poor as hell. How we gonna get the flight out there? Then I thought about it. I was like, bitch, when did I fill out for this? And I was like, my poor ass would have never filled out. Bitch, you scaring me, ain't you? Fuck you. Yeah. And I just was cussing him out. And he was like, your dumb ass almost gave it to me. Ha ha
ha. Hey, that movie just came out, The Beekeeper. That's literally what the whole premise was.
Yeah, he was mad. His people got scammed. Yep.
I like
that
how
lady
you
killed
were
herself because she lost like a couple $1 million from
I
a
ain't know that much.
I like how you were like going. I like how you were going through the logistics.
Yeah, bro, I got to.
How much for flights?
Because I'm looking like, if I know we couldn't pay for the cruise, I know we had to get to Miami. I'm looking like, we can't get there. It's not a cruise in Michigan that's gonna take us there. And that's when the wheels started turning. I'm like,
gotcha.
You lying bitch.
Like that shit we just talked about the other day. Well, I just said about the Illuminati stuff.
Bro,
the person tried to recruit me.
Hold on.
His page blacked out now. It's blacked out to nothing now.
Yeah. There's no proof that Pete isn't in the Illuminati. So
I'll be rich as hell.
That connection.
Y'all won't be here for me. I would not be on this podcast.
Yeah, that sounds like someone who is in the Illuminati would say.
That's crazy.
If that's the case, where my fucking golden egg at? Because I'm broke as hell.
Let me go find this shit. His name was Kelvin Allen. His shit, I don't know if you can even see this though. But
he gave y'all that message. Oh, that's screenshots.
No, this is really the page. But his page is blacked out now. And when you click on the
he was messaging you too
immediately, bro. And that was this person is not available type shit.
Yeah, somebody probably reported him.
Yeah. Illuminati not coming on Facebook looking for people.
They had me download the Signal app, and then they gave me a whole rundown, and then I literally talked to them until the point where they sent me a screenshot saying, let me pull this shit up.
Yeah, pull that shit up, bro.
It said, What's your address? What's your information? What's your occupation? What's your name? What's your height?
Kelvin Allen, I believe the name.
Yeah, Kelvin Allen.
It said application for joining the Illuminati. And then I started reading it. I was like, how far down the rabbit hole they gonna try to send me?
Yeah. I was asking that motherfucker. I said, what am I gonna get? What's that? You know, it's hard to focus. Oh, damn.
This was the application that they sent.
Oh, you actually had to fill it out?
No, I was supposed to write it to them.
Is that a Freemason logo in the top left?
Mm-hmm. That's dumb.
And then obviously I wasn't going to do it, but the part that I text James saying I feel bad for people who actually fall for it, because they said, I just read it off if y'all couldn't see it. It said, do you believe in the existence of the Illuminati order? Fill in the blank. What's your full name? Where do you reside? House and street number. Indicate post office box or mailing address if you don't use that. Your residence. Country of residence. How long have you been a resident there? Where have you resided during the past 5 years? What's your present occupation? How much do you earn a month? What's your business address, zip and phone number? By whom or where you were employed in the last 5 years? Job title, where you were born, city and town, date of birth, and do you know of any physical, mental, legal, or moral reason which would prevent you from becoming an Illuminati?
Bro, all them questions are for a loan. Like, where do you work? How long you been working there? How much do you make? That's all a loan. Those all loan questions. They're about to run that bitch up in your name.
I'm surprised they didn't say shit like, what was your mother's maiden name?
Yeah.
What street were you born on? What's the name of your first pet?
Like, man, all the security questions.
Yeah.
Bro.
And then after that, that's not even it. They asked for my picture.
Oh, they was going to take it there.
See?
They asked for my picture the next day.
Calm down, James. We don't know he didn't do this. We're talking to someone who is in the cradle of light.
Hold on now.
Hell no.
When we see that camera quality upgrade, we gonna know what he did.
And then this was the name of the organization, if it'll focus.
I like how it's not like bullshit. Like they're like, no, we want people to find us.
Yeah. That's crazy.
All right, but we're good on time, guys.
All right.
This has been Off the Top with Eric Pearson Red. I am one of your hosts, Eric, and with me tonight we're
Boy P
and your boy Red.
All right, y'all. We'll talk to you guys next week.
Yeah, y'all.
Gang.
Detroit gang again.
Detroit gang.
Yeah.